Um, the curse was affecting all of your comrades. You're all now cured of all curses because of the battles. Nice. I did read that as cruise at the beginning. I was like, what cruise was affecting you? You guys just so, like, just... And then I realized, oh, curse. I was like, that makes more sense. I'm gonna be living off caffeine for a bit. So, I was gonna start today off once there was enough people, showing you guys a little bit of The Witcher 1, because I decided to try playing The Witcher 1 over the weekend briefly. And again, I got to the same point I've always gotten to, which is I finished the prologue and I got to the first town. And I couldn't stop laughing at the game and how it just plays out. Especially compared to 2, and then I touched 3 again. And 3 is just so much better than 2 is. It's just night and day, noticeably different. But, I mean, graphically, 2 is definitely not bad, especially compared to 3. It was a demonification curse, and each night you would have to roll a wisdom save like 3 times. And if you fail, you roll a D500 and then a D2 to see what curse you got, and now it's all cured. Oh my god. Sounds like a lot of rolling. What coffee do I like? The kind with caffeine. I'm not too picky, although the super cheap stuff like Folgers I try to stay away from. I'll drink it. It doesn't bother me. But flavor-wise, the brand we've been getting is called 5 o'clock because it's relatively inexpensive and I like the flavor. I think it's 5 o'clock? Something like that. Folgers is cheap. Yeah, Folgers is cheap, technically, isn't it?
Not really.
Is Folgers not cheap?
No.
It tastes cheap. But, okay, journal. What are we doing? How does one recognize a conspiracy? When you get a square coin, you're told to go to the brothel. Ask for Whistling Wendy. Let's not do that one right now. He was approached by Zivik, whom he had already met earlier. The man, visibly concerned, asked Geralt to find some soldiers who had gone missing somewhere beyond the palisade. The soldiers offered a reward for completing the task. We're doing Lost Lambs. It was a lot of rolling, but right before the final battle of Valkyrie, the boss you were fighting restored all of your party to full health to let us have a fighting and even chance. That was nice of them. Hi, Bodhi. Bodhi is noticing the window and the lack of it being open. I'm sorry, Bodhi. There's too much noise going on outside for me to want to open it for him.
Not another fucking stone.
But yeah, I am tempted to play Witcher 1 on stream at some point. What the hell is going on over there? Oh, rot fiends. Oh, I forgot that they do that.
Damn monsters.
Okay. You like coffee because if you pour it on yourself, it wakes you up. It really works. It's a manifestation of your shadow and darkness inside of you, sent by your god Bahamut to test your courage and strength. Did you guys pronounce it Bahamut or Bahamut? Apparently in Final Fantasy, it's supposed to be pronounced as it actually is pronounced, which is Bahamut. Fun fact that no one cares about. Bahamut.
Bahamut.
Bahamut. It like drove me nuts when I found out because I was all like, it's Bahamut, and they were like, no, it's supposed to be pronounced Bahamut. What is... Why do I have this whole, like, hey, do you want to investigate them thing going on? Bimboot. 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 EDGY. This is, yeah. Oh, you know what I forgot. Oh my god. I like how it hasn't been that long and I'm all like, oh, things that I can use. Like this. But... Oh. Are you just gonna keep on respawning? You didn't drop anything. I like how the mini-map is just like still trying to catch up with the fact that monsters were killed. That's magic of some sort. Carl says his Linkin Park blares in the background. What? It's not edgy, it's character building. Yeah, no, in D&D it's not edgy. There's definitely edgier D&D stuff I've heard of. That doesn't sound edgy to me. It's not edgy. Edgy is I'm trying to remember the one character. Oh god, what just happened?
Take that.
Oh. Let's not go there again. What the fuck? I mean... Why don't we just do this real quick? I mean, this is experience, right? Journal. Rot Fiend contract. Lost Lambs is what we were doing. We're just doing a Rot Fiend. I would have done the arena. That's what I was looking at doing. Oh my god, that guy. I'm pressing the A button. I'm not pressing X. Oh my god, what is wrong with me? Why am I defaulting to like... There's too many X buttons on controllers.
It was here yesterday.
Bye, Carl. Have a fun time at work. Stay awake.
Shit, you stink.
Yes. Because you're here, and you probably would be angry if I didn't. Why? Okay, that's bullshit. That was complete and utter bullshit. Necrophage eyes, great. Oh, some more necrophage crap that I don't need. Buddy! Buddy! He's in the hallway meowing. I was talking to chat. They can't always hear Bodhi meowing. I thought I saw what looked like a Necker over here, but... Oh, that's a place of power around here. Where is it? There it is. Got it. Attention, the man depicted here, unknown name and province is wanted, dead or alive. Reward has been set for information about him. Isn't that Letho? I still haven't gone through and deleted my saves. Yeah, there wouldn't be any bad soldiers here. Can I talk to you guys?
Pretty please.
Oh my god.
Greetings.
So they're all just guarding the edges. Because outside of that, that's where the battle happens. So who are you guys? Oh.
Been observing you for a while now.
And?
Just wondering if I can bring you in alive. And get a higher reward, you know.
Well, you can't.
Damn shame, I'd say.
Ow? Seriously? Do I like spooky movies? Not necessarily, but Isaac makes me watch them. I don't mind horror if it's supernatural based. I don't like gory stuff. You didn't even realize it's Monday. Dear God, Polly. Okay. I'm not dealing with you with that. No. Got him. Really? There we go. Well, that was great. Another arrest warrant. What the hell is wrong with these guys? Ooh, look, cloth. Remember when we needed all that? Ooh, look, iron ore. Remember when we needed all that? Why are people randomly just carrying around iron ore? Or just random scraps of cloth? Oh goody, Andrega.
Guess they'll never learn.
Really? What is with the Andrega here? Sorry, just bored and broke after you laid off with a paramedic. That sucks. I hope things work out for you, Vincent. I have only 10 seconds left on this. Also, there's like a giant snail over here. I saw that. Anything? Oh, it's Indrega. What the frick is this? That's not Indrega. That's something else entirely. It's not that difficult. There we go. No clue what that is. Araka's eyes and Araka armor. Yay, healing. Why is this thing vibrating? At least you have us and your cat and your stuffed pony. Those are all good things to have. Especially the kitty. Wherever ours are. Although Tiger pissed off Isaac last night and me. He decided randomly at about... just as I was starting to fall asleep finally, he was squeak meowing throughout the bedroom. He jumped up on my side table and went... and then he jumped down and was all over the floor and kept squeaking everywhere. And I was all like, what the hell is going on? He wanted someone to go into the bathroom and turn on the sink from what we could tell. What is it detecting? Where is it? It definitely detected something. That's another rot fiend. I really don't need to be searching like this, but... kidding, no. that was Tiger. What is with all these dead people? Huh. I see where I am at. Very roundabout way to get here. It's also making me wonder. Yeah, there's a whole section I didn't go down. Also, what's up here? Anything up there, up there? I don't think so. I'm not gonna chance it. I'm keeping my sword out. Okay. What is this about? Body. Is this back into the camp that other way? I feel like it is. Oh, yeah. Well, this way is stupid. Okay. Fights took place from dawn to dusk, which are considered to offer briefly before finding Proximo in order to sign up. Might as well do it. We're here.
Where are you? With this cursed place. Bloody comet. Square.
That's Proximo.
Who do I spy if not the famed Geralt of Rivia?
This guy in the background.
Me, but I have no idea who you are.
And you're worse off for that. For I can make you even more famous.
You write ballads or something?
I've no notion of songs, but the king's vested me with the task of organizing nightly tourneys. A swordmaster like you must be eager to show off his skills.
I'm interested in the Rotfiend contract. Know anything about it?
The scum has so far destroyed 2 convoys of army provisions. Before we arrived, they'd only attacked the local cattle. Since the mist appeared, they've grown bolder and started hunting our patrols. The lads from the company have collected a kitty. Sort it all out and the coin is yours. Tournaments. Now that's a pastime for real men.
He likes it when the window's open.
All right, I'll take part in your tournament.
The king will be pleased. Just remember,
No.
this will not be a fight to the death.
Just
Try not to forget.
Ready?
Polly, what's the UK like? Polly, what's your home like?
What are the rules?
2 adversaries fight until one of them yields.
Oh.
That's it.
The loser is out of the tourney. Ready?
I am indeed.
Let's begin then. Witcher Geralt of... The Honorable Gwydion.
Hey, Gwydion. Oh my god. What? Oh, he yielded.
Witcher Geralt wins!
I wonder why.
You won. Let me know when you're ready for the next fight.
All right.
Oh my god.
What was that? This is just all the background noises.
Tournaments. Now that's a pastime for real men.
Can we continue?
Ready?
I am indeed.
We're just continuing. I'm just.
The Witcher will now take on the Honorable Rendag.
What? Why is it not? It's like it's not registering me moving forward at times. It's driving. What the hell was that? Oh my god, the animations.
I surrender! Witcher Geralt wins!
I won.
You won. Let me know when you're ready for the next fight.
All right.
I won. And I leveled up. This is exactly why I did it, just for the experience. Okay, character. Magic. No, there was something else, wasn't there? Like, amount of vigor need to block incoming foes. Speed of vigor regeneration during combat increases with Schemer. So we kind of want Schemer at some point. Quensign 3. We have thought about getting Axie 2. Hex up to 2 opponents with Axe. I don't care. What is this? Chance of causing critical effects through signs, 5%. Vitality plus 50, magical life force. Sense of magic unlocks heliotrope sign. Activated once adrenaline bar is completely charged. Allows the generation of adrenaline through signs. Control over power. Sign damage plus 5. Geralt no longer takes 200% damage when stabbed in the back. Sword damage increased. Buddy. Hello. Quen goes up, which would be nice. Sign intensity plus 2. Damage reduction plus 5%. This increases vigor to where we have another casting. Yes. We now have 5 spells we can throw it at once. 5 different signs.
Tournaments. That's a pastime for real.
Can we continue?
Ready?
I am.
Let's begin.
Geralt of Rivia will now take on the...
Here, have this. Oh man, I caused myself to burn. I would like to know why that didn't do anything. Hello. Ow. I can only get 1 hit off of him at a time. Okay. Kill him!
I yield!
Witcher Geralt wins!
He's dead.
Is there not a single fucking soul in Kedwin able to beat the Witcher? Dung-filled cowards, all of you!
Apparently not in Kedwin. But in Temeria, perhaps. I'll give it a shot.
That could be interesting. If you win, I'll double the reward.
I'm supposed to fight Vest next?
The Witcher's challenger this time will be Vest, a maiden serving in an...
Why am I not healed? This is bullshit. Here you go. I don't want to use those. What kind of bullshit is this? Here, get in this. Why am I not recovering adrenaline fast enough this time? what I want to know. She yielded. Kill her! Kill her! Kill her!
I surrender.
A few more like him and I could conquer half the world. Give him the prize! He's earned it!
The king wanted a spectacle and he got it. A shame the result was so predictable.
Witches are not invincible.
Seems this one is. But you were brave nonetheless.
She fought harder than all the Kedweni soldiers combined.
You're very kind.
Wasn't so kind in the arena.
He took me seriously.
That's true.
Thanks for not giving me a handicap. I'm going back to my camp. Visit me if you want.
It's flesh-colored
Here's
pants.
your praise. I need to get back to my business.
Thanks.
She's wearing leather, essentially leather pants that are lightly tanned. You're just all like, is she just wearing a G-string? I'm just like, yay, I got stuff. So glad. Journal. Okay. That one's done. Wait. Having received his word, he thought it would be prudent to discuss the girl's ambitions with her. We have to go and talk to Vess. Oh my god, that guy still.
How did you wind up here?
No. Well, this is definitely one way to leave. It also doesn't feel like it's a good way to leave. There's a place of power around here somewhere. There it is. I will take it. As I walk slowly through this door to try and get to Vess. Girls have ambitions? Wow, Polly.
Still looking for coins.
What else am I to do? This mist's driving me crazy.
Like everyone's... I am gonna solve that Aldrin quest just to get them to shut the hell up. The camera sometimes. Well, it's not here today. Oh. There's more rot fiends over there. Keep on respawning. Is she over here at this camp? Is this Vernon's camp? There she is.
Greetings, Geralt.
Greetings, Vess. What news from the Blue Stripes?
They're keeping their eyes open, as always.
Could Henselt himself be behind the assassinations?
You don't think it's possible? Consider the Puntar Valley. Temeria, Kedwin, and Edirn have been disputing it for generations. Only now, Temeria and Edirn are kingless.
True. Henselt might profit from the deaths of Foltest and Demavend, but covert assassinations aren't his style.
I suppose you're right. The Kedweni king seems to love a good war. Just take a look around. Perhaps that's his ruse. When the cheese goes missing from the larder, no one thinks of blaming the cat.
Have I seen Letterkenny? I don't even know what that is.
We've lost the assassin's trail.
The trail led us here. If it goes no further, the assassins must be in the vicinity. I see two possibilities. Either Henselt hired them, or he's their next target.
We'll find out soon enough. Henselt thinks he'll take Vergen easily.
A regular army will always win against a popular uprising. I know this, Henselt knows it. I don't understand why Saskia doesn't.
Maybe she'd rather die than surrender. Or she has a surprise in store for Henselt.
Possibly. Henselt keeps the precise plans of his campaign a secret.
Why haven't you set up in the Kedweni camp? Information becomes more available the closer you get to the source.
Henselt doesn't trust us, and I don't blame him. If not for this damn fog, we'd have moved even further south.
Canadian comedy show with the best dialogue ever written it, I probably would have to take a look at it at some point. Every girl you see has a OnlyFans page. What?
I wanted to thank you. That was a great fight.
The only great fights are those I win.
It's no dishonor to lose to a mutant created for swordsmanship.
If it wasn't a tournament but a battle, we wouldn't be speaking now.
You were better than all the knights of Kedwin put together.
You're very kind.
I'm sincere.
A rare trait. Perhaps I should take advantage of this opportunity.
Oh my god. I don't feel like this is in character, but why not?
Since we're being honest, I'd like to have some wine with you.
With pleasure.
I wasn't expecting you to agree. This was your chance to get back at me.
I have no need. In truth, I'm grateful to you.
Interesting.
I was sure you'd go easy on me. Then I'd have told you to bugger off. But since you took me seriously, I have some 2-sound wine in my tent. Could I tempt you?
Lead the way. I learned more about you from that duel than from all our
Some
conversations
Geralt
put
dick.
together.
I'm curious. According to Geralt of Rivia, what is Vess like?
Oh my god, she's manly. She's both brave
She's
and...
ambitious, honorable, and beautiful.
In that order?
What if I say the reverse?
If you think I don't like to hear compliments about my beauty, you're very wrong. I'm a soldier, and it pisses me off when I'm viewed as a pair of tits atop an arse. But I'm also a woman, and like every woman, I have my needs.
Oh my
In
god.
that case, let's drink to your needs.
I fulfill my needs differently.
Then what do you want to drink to?
To us?
I didn't know there was an us.
Better to live a day as a king than a life as a beggar. First we'll drink the wine, then we'll go to bed.
Can we do it the other way around?
I just got the achievement Heartbreaker. What is this? What is this seduction with lips on a... Bibs! More bibs! Oh, and tattoos, apparently. I like how she's fully naked and he's just like, here's my underwear. Geralt doesn't get naked until the third game. Then you get to see Geralt ass.
He was slaughtering pigs at the time, so he takes the pigs
Got
away and
50
puts it
experience
between his
points
legs.
for sleeping with Bess. Hey, Vernon, did you want to hit that? Because Geralt hit it first.
Here to spy on us.
Who would
No.
I be spying for?
For Henselt. The Death Mold. I heard they hired you.
It just so happens we have common aims. But don't worry, observing Vernon Roach isn't one of them.
In that case, to what do I owe this pleasure?
Look, that was nowhere near as good as having sex with Yennefer on top of a unicorn, okay? Okay, so... The one thing I found out is the... you know what, we'll talk first on
Is your
this.
old friend, Yorvith?
If the gods are kind, he'll yet fall into my hands. That said, I wonder what the scoundrel's up to.
You've never seen any of the scenes. They're better in 3. They're really cheesy in this one. And in Witcher 1, they couldn't even model it properly, so it's very, very blurred out, and then you get a card of the girl, like, trying to cover herself appear on the screen, because I had a sex scene with Triss very early on in Witcher 1 this weekend, and when I saw it, I couldn't stop laughing.
Any idea what's happening on the other side of the Battle of Spectres?
Well, I expect not much has changed. A bunch of dwarves, elves, and peasants are trying to figure out how to save Edirne.
Saskia's an exceptional woman.
But just a woman, nonetheless. Besides, how would you know?
Just a hunch, and there's all the talk. Besides, to assemble an army of elves, dwarves, and humans who fight side by side, you pretty much have to be extraordinary.
You'll not persuade me some woman will defeat Henselt in battle.
You're forgetting one thing. Kedwin's just fighting for a better life. Edirne's fighting for life itself.
Motivation's important, I grant you. But it can't trump knowledge of the art of war. Temeria's my only concern. and I'll be glad to see Henselt's forces tied up here. That's a good thing.
Think he wouldn't stop after conquering Edirn? What if he quickly deals with Saskia and turns his army west?
It's possible, but I hope it won't come to that.
So, Aedirn is run by Saskia for all intents and purposes. She's the one that was known as the Dragon Slayer, for those of you that are having problems following along. The story's actually nowhere near as complicated as it sounds. Saskia is basically known as the Dragon Slayer. She's the one that Iorveth said should be the ruler of a free land of elves, because she is pretty much for equal rights for all races. Henselt is in charge of Cadwyn, and Henselt is basically just trying to envelop Aedirn into part of his kingdom. Now, if I started in chapter 1, I was unintentionally starting, it turns out, siding with Iorveth, and I could have had the Iorveth storyline, because this game goes in two very different directions depending on choices that you end up making. There's actually multiple different directions apparently you can end up going in, including the Lavalette, the son that I ended up killing on the top of the tower in the prologue. You can keep him alive, and keeping him alive is a major aspect of something that's supposed to happen later on in the story, from what I've heard. I don't know what that is, because I didn't want any spoilers. I just found out that that was a big turning point, and I was like, oh well, guess I killed him. So when I gave Iorveth the sword, I was first starting to go down Iorveth's path in chapter 1, but in order to have continued going down that path, I would have had to have taken Iorveth on his offer to take control of the prisoner barge, and then the prisoner barge would have taken us into chapter 2, and instead of being here in the camp, I would have been with Saskia and all the non-humans at their place. Apparently that part of the storyline is longer than the one that we're going to be dealing with, but it's also better. The downside to it is apparently you don't learn enough about the curse that's going on, which we've learned because of Henselt and the sorcerers that are with him. But that's a little bit of background. So Flotsam's the town we came from. Iorveth is the elven rebellion leader of the squirrels that we dealt with.
What news of good old Flotsam?
Thanks to us, it still is good old Temerian Flotsam. If I hadn't sniffed out Laredo's treachery, a Kedwenny garrison would be stationed there already. Constable John Natalis has appointed a new commandant to Flotsam. Let's hope he doesn't turn out to be another whore.
I don't remember who Arnold is.
You need to be careful. Death Mold can't learn that you're holding a Kedwenny spy.
He won't. Don't you worry now.
Death Mold has an excellent net of his own spies.
Death Mold is the
Spy
Kedwenny
with
sorcerer.
Doritos. Arnold. He's prancing around in the next world.
Why did you kill him?
What else was I to do?
On the boat, you said he was living proof of Henselt's conspiracy against Temeria.
I didn't plan it. He just didn't survive the interrogation.
Maybe you shouldn't have keel-hauled him.
If he'd been cooperative, I wouldn't have had to.
Did he spill anything interesting?
He was tough, but waterboarding can be incredibly effective. Eventually, he coughed up that Henselt was trying to bring the border towns to a boil.
Henselt's not stupid. He wouldn't want to wage war on two fronts.
That rat Laredo was supposed to stir unrest in Flotsam. Luckily, you rearranged his intestines with your blade.
Laredo was the leader of Flotsam, who we found holding an elven... She wasn't a whore. I actually don't fully understand what she was. She just seemed like she was an elven woman he picked up off the streets, ended up having sex with, got her pregnant, and then was keeping her locked up to hide away the pregnancy. And so there's a half-elf out there that we dropped off with another elf to take care of.
I was wondering what you're actually doing here, Vernon.
The Blue Stripes never want for work, especially in a hotbed like this.
You're not about to tell me, are you? And here I thought we had something special.
I've got my finger on the pulse, and I've not forgotten what I came here for, Geralt.
Foltest's assassin.
Precisely. He's holed up like a rat, and he'll meet a rat's end.
How are things, Vernon?
Quiet. Nothing to talk about, really. Like everybody else, I'm waiting to see how events unfold.
Why not stop waiting and try setting something in motion?
My people are combing the area for Letho, who seems to have vanished. There's nothing else I can do. What are you up to?
Busy as ever. I need to lift the fog of specters, reverse Sabrina's curse, and find out who's behind the plot to assassinate Henselt.
I never thought I'd see you so eager to help Henselt.
Coincidence. Our interests happen to have aligned.
What interest might you have in tracking down this plot?
I get the feeling it's all linked. If I can't get to the bottom of this plot, I'll be unable to lift the curse and never recover my past.
In any case, I wonder who's behind it.
Well, I know where the plotters meet. If you want to learn more, come with me.
That would be a grave error. A captain of the Temerian army shouldn't meddle in the domestic matters of another state.
I thought that's exactly what they pay you to do.
Sorry, Geralt. This time I truly cannot help.
And he's standing with his back to them, his pants down. He spreads his cheeks and says, I can see that.
Did they take him?
Not a chance.
What? What the fuck was that? This is groovy because you've only ever done the Orveth path because you're too gay for elves. Yeah, I probably would have taken the Orveth path myself if I had known what I was doing.
Take care.
Because I agree with you on that. I'm pretty much gay for elves as well. However, I also don't like Orveth. So other people online apparently, again, so what I basically ended up doing to explain how I know as much as I do at this moment was I looked up a video on what the story was so far, and I stopped it the moment it got to the beginning of chapter 1, because I kind of needed a refresher to like straighten out all the crap in my head from chapter 1. Chapter 1, that's how I ended up realizing the story's not as complicated as it's sounding initially, and I also found out how it could go in a completely different direction because that person chose the Orveth path. And I saw what caused the Orveth path to be chosen, and that's how I realized, oh my god, I almost picked that path, and at the last minute I did the one change that caused me to go down this one. But yeah, so the general consensus that people have on Orveth is that he's a complete and utter asshole, which I very much agreed with. But they say, but everyone's along the lines of, and I think most people probably pick Orveth's path because the equality for the non-humans sounds a lot better overall compared to Vernon Roach's path, which I think is why a lot of people end up picking Orveth's path. And that's honestly why I wanted to pick it. It's just, Orveth is such a fucking asshole.
These are pansies, not soldiers. But we'll have to make do with them. Put them out front, let the cavalry roll them over.
Okay. Conspiracy theory. Witcher spoke to Vernon about the conspiracy, but Roach turned out to be unwelcome in Henselt's camp, and his every move was being keenly watched. In this and every other case, his hands were tied. Let's do Lost Lambs, like we were trying to do. So what do we have to do for Lost Lambs? Witcher promised to keep an eye out for the missing grunts during his excursions in the area. So we basically just have to search around until we find something. There we go. Can't go that way. I think that's assigned bonus damage. Oh, Zoltan.
Greetings, Geralt, in these humble foreign walls.
Greetings.
My heart rejoiced to
Just a
see
cute
that dear
asshole.
old noggin of yours emerge from a sea of unknown faces.
You're spending all your time in Roach's camp. Have you two become chums?
Chums? That's a bit rich. But he doesn't piss me off as much as he used to. Either he's changed or I've grown accustomed.
Maybe both.
Maybe.
Wonderful.
Besides, the camp has loads of other attractions. His men cheat me at cards, and there's a tit or two to hang the gaze upon.
If that's what you're after, there's a regular whorehouse in Henselt's camp.
How
Give me a
can you
sec.
compare a whore's tits to Vess's? I could buy myself the others, but hers are just to be admired. I heard you had a bit of fun with Vess.
Did she tell you?
No? Is there anything to tell?
Ask her.
Vincent, thank you for the gifted sub to Lunar Arcana. Enjoy your sub and your emotes.
All rested after the boat trip?
Don't remind me of that.
I-
My stomach churns at the very thought.
You could have traveled here on foot.
If I'd known it before days of rocking, I would have. And if they told me I'd be eating dried and salted cod 3 times a day, I'd have clobbered myself with my own hammer before boarding that boat.
You've been around. Heard anything about the Kingslayer?
Just that Henselt is shitting himself for fear that his head is about to be separated from his shoulders. For me, the assassin's hiding out in the ravines. An ideal place for his kind. Anyway, I've been wondering, why the fuck do you care so much about this cunt that you're so ready to stick your neck out to find him?
Letho knows a lot about me. There are certain things probably only he can explain.
But is it worth sticking your neck out to know what was in your head before?
It is to me.
What will you do when you find him?
We'll see when I talk to him, when I learn the truth. Maybe I'll see his point, and maybe I'll just cut off his head. I see you prefer the company of Vernon and his men.
The
Oh my
soldier
God.
had some- You think who the fuck knows what's...
I've already done that.
I regret I'm not a spy. I feel like the
Oh.
last bloody cunt here. Somewhere nearby, my brethren are sharpening their
skipped
axes,
something I was supposed
just
to.
waiting for the fog to dissipate so they can blunt them on some kid Wenny necks.
Okay. So I am gonna go get. I left my water bottle in the other room. I'm gonna go get that. I'm gonna refill my coffee. So then we're gonna get a quick BRB, and I will be right back. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Okay. Not enough coffee for you to wake up today. I'm hoping that there's plenty of coffee for me to wake, because I'm kind of feeling the same way. Let's see. Whoa. Site of Sabrina Gleffisig's execution.
Oi, what you doing here?
I heard Zivik can't wait for you to get back.
Plough it all. If we miss muster, he'll have us flogged. Get us out of here, will ya?
You came here on your own. You can get back on your own.
This place is crawling with drowners.
What?
I mean, we'd have stayed in our tents on our arses if we'd known. We're safe in the circle, but 3 feet outside, and who knows what would happen.
What? I just walked in here.
All right, we'll go back together, but let me look around first. Apparently, it's bad luck to tread on the ashes.
Let's tread on the ashes.
Strange aura. Let's take a closer look.
Examine the pedestal.
Sabrina was nailed to this wheel. Fresh holes and splinters. Someone's pulled nails from the wheel recently. I better take one, just in case. Something protected the wheel from the flames. It's hardly scorched.
Huh.
Carved from a solid piece of stone. Reusable, you could say.
The body.
Candles, amulets, coins. People make offerings here like they would at a shrine.
Square coin.
Square coins adorned with a fish. I guess the plotters like to come here. Candles. The stench is worse than Zoltan's boots. Nothing unusual about them otherwise. Let's see. Candles. An unnatural stillness typical of intersections and places where streams of the power meet. Unnerving but harmless. People seem to be staying away from the wheel. They're afraid. All the gifts are at a safe distance from it. Except for one person. With Kedweni Army issue boots.
It's probably
Glad to know
yours,
I'm
girl.
not the only one to desecrate this site. Animal tracks. Dogs, wolves, bears, even birds. You'd think this was a feeding ground, but they all fear the circle. Except for cats. Their tracks are everywhere. One even napped on the pedestal. Triss once told me cats like to sleep on intersections. And they're the only beasts apart from dragons who can draw the power. They clearly like this place.
So there's definitely some power
I
here.
need to bring the king here. I need to reenact the execution. If I can only summon Sabrina's ghost, I could force her to lift the curse. The Draugrs and the mist will remain, but at least the king will be safe. I need to know what happened here. Witnesses of the execution, they're the key. If I can just find out how Sabrina died, I should be able to free Henselt of the curse. 2 leads. Sabrina's cultists and the nail thief who's obviously immune to the aura of this place. Time to question some soldiers.
Well, that's interesting. Okay.
Nothing interesting.
It's just a ring of toadstools. Which, as far as I know, don't actually do anything in the Witcher lore.
Who cares enough to bring all these things here? Nothing. Again.
Dang it. Because kitties do what they want. They ain't afraid of no silly circle.
Strange aura.
It's interesting how his medallion's not really reacting to everything.
Who cares enough to bring all these things here?
Bread and a skull.
You've looked and touched your fill, right? Let's get out of here.
Did you light those candles?
We did.
What's it to you?
Burning them for Sabrina?
To you, 'tis a waste of time, right?
Feel their eyes on you. They're watching us. We won't get out alive, superstitious idiots that we are.
Don't you believe the visionary? You don't have to. But it was worth a try, right?
Old idiot. It's his fault we ended up here.
What kind of stories did the visionary tell?
He says, if we burn candles, the dead sorceress's spirit will save us from death and battle.
He also says only those who believe will survive.
I believe him. Know why? He lives deep in the valleys, but something protects him from all those harpies.
Ah, frick, there's harpies here.
Did you see them burn the sorceress?
3 years ago. We both served under Henselt then, but only the 5th Company guarded the stake.
They say the king never wanted to make a spectacle. Some soldiers never come here, but others visit the circle to check the remains.
You're just like them. To you, it's only a superstition to make money from. You're looking for old nails in the ashes.
Like that shitbag who trades outside the inn.
You're mistaking me for someone else.
Really? Give us the nail.
I'm keeping it.
Keeping it? Not heard what they say. Relics are like fist tech for simple folk.
Welcome back.
Wow.
ウーオールモストにイヤーズ・オブ・ザ・ゲイ・クラブレッツ・パーティー
Holy crap, Kim. Thank you for the resub. Almost 2 years at the gay club. Let's party. Oh my god. Oh wow. 23 months. Almost 2 years. Jeez. Thank you for the resub again.
I don't like this place.
Thought you'd want to stay the night here.
I know at least a few places I'd rather sleep. Come on.
Beats me why they've been fighting over these hellholes for generations.
I get goosebumps every time I go outside the palisade.
Guess Vic was right. We should have sat on our arses.
Oh, of course. Really? Oh my god. Stop it. I want to, like, grab this stuff. Did I leave anything? Oh. Celadine. Whatever, I don't care. Yes, brains, essential alchemy. You get them in the third game too. It's just that the third game, alchemy feels a lot. I mean,
Drowner layers.
Alchemy just feels better in the third game. Which one's a drowner layer? This one?
Curses on him! If it wasn't for you, they'd have eaten us.
We owe you our lives, Witcher.
Wow.
We can't let Zivik catch us.
Don't shit your pants. Sabrina saved us from the monsters. So what's one little Zivik to her?
Sabrina saved them from the monsters. Wow. I'm so glad Sabrina could save them from the monsters. I'm curious if... Nope, can't go that way. Rot fiends, I see them.
How many more can there be?
I'm coming! Nope. Necrophage blood. Where'd it go? There's just more of them? Just keep on popping up. I love how that guy just stood there and took that. Thank you. All these dead people. What? Where did you come from? Just popped into existence. Just what? Remember in the first game you left like 5 drowner brains outside of Triss's apartment? Oh my god. Oh my god. Burn all the corpses around the camp. Okay, this will end up helping with the rot fiends. That's what I'm thinking. Hey, at least they're actually doing good. And then they all just stand there and take that explosion. Where is another body?
Salutations.
Hello.
This is a pain to figure out where they are. Like, I feel like there's another one over here somewhere. Well, that one's burnt. That one's burnt. Is there another one around here? There. Get your reward from Zivik. So I'm probably gonna have to go around and just burn all the bodies. And I have a feeling, if my guess is correct, there's about 3 per area? Your inventory was full and you wanted to leave her presence. You really should replay too. Your first go, you played with God mode, so it went way too quickly. Oh, yeah. Also because there aren't much in the way of quest markers, so you missed out on several. Yeah. I definitely don't feel like God mode is necessary for this one, though. There are some challenging bits, guaranteed. I have run into a few. But I can see why you did it, especially if you just wanted to experience the story. There is an easier mode than what I'm playing on. I'm playing on normal. The easier mode, you probably could just breeze through it anyways without doing God mode, but, I mean... Let's see. Kedweni sword. Oh, geez, look at the sword damage on that one. Wait, which sword am I using? I'm using the Kedweni sword, which is better than this one that I'm carrying. Excuse you. Diagram. He has runes, which I do need some more runes at some point, but... And he does have better weapons, but the thing is, like, I mean... Look at this one. Poison's Zircanian Saber. Poison plus 18%. Damage 30 to 34. 29 to 33. 29 to 33. Damage and signs plus 7. We could probably make those. Key required for the old tower cellar.
Life can be really
Okay. We're meditating.
That's politics. What's it
Yeah,
for?
because we're past dusk and we're about to hit
Make an interesting thing.
daytime or nighttime.
Like the millions still
And I hate dealing with nighttime sometimes. I have to do it
when he married the miller's widow.
because of the specter I have to kill, I think. But for now, eh.
Come on!
I definitely like turning Geralt into a mage. I mean, there's always going to be a certain level. You like how the graphics of this game have a particular lush feel? Maybe it's the oversaturation and contrast. Witcher 3 is like nicely saturated as well. The Witcher games did a good job with color. I think the first one is the least colorful. But the first game is a major graphical difference. It's also a major difference gameplay-wise. Okay. Where's the third body? There it is. Because I have a feeling this will stop the rot fiends from spawning constantly. Okay, we can't go that way. I mean, we could, but I don't think there was anything up here. We'll check. Save. First one is at least colorful, but that's why you like it. Is the least colorful? Fairly gloomy game, sets a tone. It also just follows the same generic art style that a lot of the games at the time did. I think that's why I kind of was like, eh, with it. I've heard that there's certain things to appreciate in the first game, especially with the way the story was told compared to 2 and 3. but beyond that, I can't exactly say what it is because I'm mostly used to 3, obviously, and this is the most I've ever played of the second one. And the first one, every time I've started it and gotten to the same spot and then stopped it. The first one tends to fit the energy of the books best. Yeah, that's what I've heard, something akin to that. I do want to play the first one. I will sit there and say the first one has not aged well at all. Like, just futzing with it this weekend, I was laughing so hard at some of the animations. Like, in the very, very beginning, when the characters actually run off into the distance, they move so freaking slow. It's just, I couldn't help but laugh hysterically every single time.
Help! Take that.
Thanks for your help, Witcher. We were in a tight spot there. The rotfiends are multiplying like rabbits. We were on our way to see the visionary, bearing gifts and all. But I'll be damned if I'll take one more step that way. Wouldn't be on your way to see him, would you? If you are, give him this coin for us. Do what you will.
Oh, jeez. Go see the visionary. Yeah, no, it definitely hasn't aged well, but I will say that they're, like... I know a lot of people complain about the gameplay, especially compared to this one, and even 3, especially to 3. But I don't hate it. There's definitely something to enjoy in it, and I was enjoying it overall. I do know that they've added controller support in with the get your reward from Proximo. I guess I finished that. There was a controller support that was added, and I tried playing with the controller, and while it's nice that it's there, it just feels like the controller is just making up for the fact that you're not using a mouse. It's just really awkward to me. I prefer the mouse and keyboard with the game. Though I will sit there and say that if someone desperately wants to play with a controller, it's very viable. I did futz around with it briefly just to see how well it works, and it's decent. It functions and it works. I just prefer the mouse and keyboard with the first one. We are going to do... Screw it. Let's go see the visionary. We were already on the way there anyways. And part of the reason why I'm playing this game today instead of like just doing Sims is my throat still hurts. So I am trying to minimize talking a little bit. Because I would like to go for the full time today, and I don't know if it's going to be possible. I can even feel my throat right now. It's nasal based issues.
Over here, inside the candles.
Who said
Quick,
that?
you'll be safe here. Over here, inside the candles.
Come here. They just go up into the sky and they vanish, then they respawn. I like how he's all like, come over here inside the candles, and we're like, I don't need to. They probably won't stop respawning. But honestly, that feels like potentially broken for the amount of experience you could potentially pick up doing this. Oh my god. Let's talk to him. I just want to pick up everything they dropped. It's just... I think I got everything. Nope. Just...
We're safe here. I awaited them. They were to come bearing gifts. I heard their cries. Guess they were attacked. If they're not here, they must be dead.
No, they're alive. They didn't want to risk it anymore, went back to camp. They asked me to give you this coin for candles.
This is but half. Why, I'll not do more than braid some wicks for this. What you want from me? I'll not believe you came here by chance.
Yeah, you're right. I need to learn some things, and few are willing to talk. Sabrina Glevisig's story, that's what interests me most.
Listen, I'll not speak with you until I get my coin. Pure and simple. Though I do provide charitable help to the faithful, if you were to become one of them.
Oh my god. What is that? Would you take a donation? Is that a bribe?
I've heard a lot of good things about you. All right, I'll become a follower.
Wonderful. Listen then, for I'll not say this twice. If your intentions are pure, you will do as I ask. Each convert must pass a test. You will spend the night at the old chapel near Sabrina's pupils.
Where?
Twin Lakes I have named in her honor.
Is that all?
Before you kneel to meditate, you will drink the mixture I shall give you. You must then remember all that occurs. That's very important, as you'll need to recount it to me fully.
Oh boy.
All right, I'll come back once I'm done.
So in other words, you're gonna have to do it. Visionary notes too. I'm so glad you left your notes around for me to pick up. Do you have any other notes around? Any other notes? Anything else? Where am I supposed to go? Go to Sabrina's shrine in the evening? Do the harpies not care about any other part of this area? It's just that one section? Hey, I got some Orans. There was 4 Orans in that chest. I'm so glad someone made an entire chest for 4 goddamn coins. Ugh. Okay. Was it really that was just a walk down to the beach just for those 4 coins? Goodbye. There they go. Just... That's pretty much it. They were here, it's just... That's all they were there for. Oh, that's the 3 bodies I burned. Okay, so where is this, like, this place I'm supposed to go? That's close-ish. Is it? Am I going the wrong way? Oh. Turn around. Go to the right. So what, up here? Oh yeah, it's a whole different area. Oh, this is where the Endrego were. Is this it? Is this one pool, and this is the second pool, and this is your spot? Can I go up here? No. This isn't just 2 pools. There's a lot more pools. And also these are puddles. These are puddles. Arbitrator's sword. What the hell? 28 to 33. Wait. Oh my god, it's better than what I'm currently using. I just found this in the ground. I am really upset that we worked so hard to make the Kedweni sword. I am so angry. I don't have anything on me to upgrade that sword either. Okay, whatever. I mean, it's a steel sword. What's the chance I'm going to use a steel sword? Don't we have to do this at night, he said? Let me see. Save. XXXXXX. Drink the potion. God damn it. Oh, Visionary's notes. Let's see what he says. We nailed Miss Glevisig to a wheel. We pierced her slender hands and throttled her narrow wrist with a rope. The pyre was ready beforehand. Henselt laughed and encouraged us to mock her, so we did. As the flames licked the wood, I looked into her bright eyes, yet I could see no fear in them, only peace. I trembled for the first time. I trembled once again as the flames themselves starved. The fire would not accept the victim. Then Henselt ordered to feed the flames with more wood. The branches were wet and the smoke stung our eyes, filling us with remorse. Through the flames, I could see Miss Glevisig suffocating, and I trembled for the third time. I grabbed a spear used to push the wood on the pyre. Unmindful of the heat, I scaled the flaming wood and pierced her heart. Thus was I transformed in the fire. So what's the chances that Sabrina didn't die for the reasons that Henselt did, and Henselt was just an ass? I mean, he kind of is an ass as it is. He was furious that I had ruined his spectacle. I was beaten to a pulp. Soon I was stripped of my rank, and those I had thought friends turned from me. I started drinking more than ever and sank into sloth, so I was regularly punished. I spent all my free time in solitude until one day, as I sat with a bottle of foul spirit staring at a sizzling candle stub, I understood that it had all happened for a reason. I had a calling. The flicker that Miss Glevisig had lit within me spread over my heart, and it burned with the flame of faith. And they're basically treating her like she's a goddess now. It's a little much. Wait, Carpy trophies? Armor +4. Oh, this is better than the Karen. Wow. The stupid harpies, but no, the Karen's vitality +50. We're not swapping that out. As for the candle payment, we humbly admit that we've no more money. We'll obtain the remaining amount as fast as possible. The Conclave of Mages was, next to the Supreme Council of Sorcerers, one of the two main bodies ruling the magicians. The most powerful sorcerers of their time sat on it. One of its duties was regulating the standards and rules of using magic. The ban on necromancy was one of its edicts. Before the Thanad Rebellion, a large part of the Conclave conspired with Nilfgaard. During those events, most of its members died, the sole survivor being Francesca Findabair. After the coup, the Conclave was not reactivated, thus many mages do not respect the restrictions it had created. I would read more of those, except it's hurting my throat to do that. So we're not. Figure regeneration during combat, vitality regeneration. So the Visionary's potion's a lot. Okay. Inventory. Oh, I have to actually meditate to drink a potion, duh. Because weird rule. Oh, geez, that poisons me. I saw that. Return at dusk. I'm like, are you kidding? It is dusk. So why does this game not register when I meditate and say meditate until dusk? Why does it not recognize it's dusk? That drives me nuts. Twitch Mobile isn't showing any of your badges for you, so you thought you were unsubbed. That's Twitch Mobile. Return at dusk.
I'm too old for this.
What is he doing? What is this? It's a penis. Oh my god. There are penises everywhere. Why are there penises?
Don't know that anybody needs to know about that one.
Wait, was that Geralt's whole vision? Geralt just saw penises everywhere?
What's that a sign of?
I don't know. Visionary's notes. Come on, I want to see this. Oh my god. It unequipped the boots again. I must be repentant after years spent living in error. No soldiery of vice was too vile for me. During my years of service, I embraced gambling, alcohol, sloth, lies, evil, and profanity. I took lives, and not just when ordered I was cruel. Today I see clearly that I'd sunk into darkness, from the depths of which I could not see the light. Miss Sabrina Glevissig, bright and pure as a goddess, shone like the light of a candle in the blackest night. She always supported the soldiers and tried to draw me onto the path of righteousness, yet I was blind to the light. Doesn't exactly say what she was killed for. It sounds adorable. Gandalf. Josie. Gandalf, Josie. Josie, Gandalf. I think he's trying to tell him something. It's just penises. Like, who decided that needed to be something that Geralt would have to see? Josolf. Exactly. Josolf. Hello.
Huh? What other matters?
Why do you need so many candles? Why not build a campfire?
This is Sabrina's flame. Its light protects us and guides us soldiers every step.
Did you rob a convoy of wax sellers?
I make the candles myself. I give them to anyone looking for protection within the flame of courage.
The valley's been engulfed by a battle of specters. Know anything about it?
It's a place of horror. You can still hear the sound of steel and the cries of the dying. If you want to soothe their pain, you have to believe that Sabrina is watching over you benevolently.
Oh my god.
I won't achieve anything without some memory tokens. Magically active conduits left by those who fell in battle. They're supposed to symbolize faith, courage, hatred, and death.
Faith. I don't know what those soldiers believed, but their faith didn't help them. They were deceived. Courage, hatred, and death. There was too much of all of them, especially death. But I remember a knight who, ignoring the danger, led a handful of soldiers against overwhelming enemy forces. Seltkirk of Gullet, Demaven's champion. When Vandergrift's cohort cut him off from the rest of the army, he attacked the visitor fearlessly. If you're looking for a symbol of courage, find Seltkirk's armor.
Oh, interesting.
Who are you?
Our descendants will decide who we were when they see what we've left behind.
Oh my god.
Who were you before?
What does it matter? Let the sins of youth fade into oblivion. Look at the candlelight. Feel it, and you'll hear what it has to say to you.
I can't hear a thing.
Then you're not ready. But your time will come. You will then hear and understand. Trust me.
Okay.
I did what you asked.
Tell me what you saw.
A strange forest and a giant hen. Wait, there was a giant hen?
You may think I'm as mad as you are, but in my vision I walked through a forest. The trees were huge mushrooms and a giant chicken walked between them, pecking at the underbrush.
You have no idea how happy I am. I've been having this vision of a giant hen among mammoth mushrooms for weeks. I thought I'd lost it, gone insane. Turns out my herbs must have gone off. I'll need to gather new ones, but that's my concern. Ask me what you will.
You must know a lot about Sabrina Glevisig's death.
Sabrina the Martyr left the world of the living to protect us all.
Oh my god.
Why the candles? What's the difference between Sabrina and other mages burned at the stake?
Others were strong in life. Her power bloomed when death wrapped its steely arms around her. She took the soldier who ended her suffering under her kind care. He never had to fear walking alone in the dark again. Have you seen the area? It's full of beasts and monstrosities. Jahan, the merciful soldier, has walked in the blaze of our power ever since. No creature born of darkness can get close to him.
Did you hear about the curse Sabrina cast on the king?
Of course. A well-deserved punishment, a ghostly spell from her crimson lips. The king concocted a cruel fate for the sorceress, humiliated her, made her suffer the flames, bound to a wheel and placed on the stake. She suffered in a way unimaginable to ordinary humans. But when the flame reached her maiden waist, not a single cry could be heard, only words foretelling King Hensel's imminent demise. Let a shooting star split the heavens and mark its mortal journey with a braid of blood. Let fools be duped by the sight of fish scales, turned by magic into square pieces of gold. Let the unicorn violate 1,000-year-old rules, prompting a just punishment. Sabrina suffered so badly that a merciful soldier ended her torment, thrusting his spear into her aching heart.
This is all very interesting, sir, but I have one very important question for you. What do you think of Gwent? God damn it, Angel, you move. This guy's insane.
Now, back to some other matters. Tell me again what you know about Sabrina.
What exactly do you want to know?
Nothing.
Now, back to some other matters. Any chance of finding that spear?
It was so long ago, Witcher. But I believe the spear went to another soldier. The bugger sells relics from Our Lady by the Camp Inn.
So long.
Get out of my way. Let's kill some Harveys. That didn't work. Brilliant. Give me some harpy parts. Thank you. Twine? The harpies were carrying twine. Okay. So I know we're gonna need the armor. We're gonna need the spear, because I believe we needed those things in order to summon Sabrina. Let's see. What else was there? Oh, there's an inn. Crap. Let's go to the relic vendor first. I like how it's all like, hey, don't you want to look at these? No, I already burned them. You love the way the map looks in this one? It's pretty decent. I like it.
Come on!
Figured. Neckers. They're also very low level, apparently. Wait a minute. Where was that? There we go. Haha. I kind of want to beef this sword up. Fire rune. I don't have a whole lot of stuff. Of course, harpies need some string to tie you up while they harvest your... Wow. Yeah. Why do I have a message on my phone? Hold on. Honey.
What?
Stop sending me text messages.
I sent that to you this morning.
No, stop. I'm checking my email real quick. Make sure that there's nothing from anything important. And it does not look like there is. I mean, I don't expect anything important until the world starts going back to normal.
What?
Oh my god, I need to find that Audrin guy. Also, let's go to Proximo to, like, turn in rewards. Where the hell is Proximo? Why are so many people calling for Audrin? Not that one. Damn it. I want the journal. Lost Lambs. Truly earned the reward that awaited him in Zivic's hands. Rot Fiend contract. I need to see Proximo. Where's the one about Audrin?
Greeting. I am your humble servant.
This guy.
I'm done with this. What do you want, Witcher?
The soldiers you were looking for, they got held up for a while at Sabrina's circle.
Oh, the idiots! To be duped by witchcraft and superstitions. I'll put them to scrubbing the latrines indefinitely. But I thank you for bringing them back. Your reward, as promised.
From what I can see, you and the men love your king.
He's like a father to us, really. Comes around from time to time, chats it up, pats you on the mug. Remembers our names too, though you got to earn that in battle. Been so distinguished 3 times already. Pride myself on it.
I'm sure it's a great honor for a humble soldier like yourself.
Last time it happened, we was on the march. Some peasant poisoned his well. A few of our lads died. Many others got sick. I pacified that village. We hit them so hard, we even struck fear into our own boys. They went without a row for 2 days, and the king was very pleased. Came around, gave me a friendly punch in the gut, laughed, and said, "You are one true son of a bitch. If you'd not been born among swine, you'd probably be king." That's how he is. Humane and all. He's really got a heart.
That kind of felt like a backhanded compliment, and you're fine with it because your king gave it to you.
Did you participate in the battle?
I did. And I fought. But I'd rather not go into it.
The spirits of those who died in battle are now in combat on that field. They kill each other and change into nasty creatures called draugrs. Aedirnians, Cadwennies, even your comrades. I want to help them, but I have to know what happened during the battle.
Oh, the plague. Listen then. The fighting started in the afternoon. The Dun Banner was first to attack. We were ambushed, cut off from our main unit and devastated. Bloody scouts and Sabrina Glevisic, who was supposed to mind the battlefield. By then, the battle was in full swing. Wherever you see those damned furrows, people fought there. The Aedirnian lines faltered a few times, but we couldn't crush them because of Selkirk. Yes, we had the Visitor. They had Selkirk of Gullet, the invincible White Knight, Edirn's finest swordsman. Wherever our forces gained the upper hand, he'd appear and reverse the fighting's course. Then, Vandegrift himself went into battle. He met Selkirk in the middle of the melee. It was a battle of titans. In the end, the Visitor hacked Selkirk and sliced the White Knight from his head to his balls. Then, death fell from the heavens. Lumps of burning soil flew through the air. The whole valley was on fire. Damned magic of a damned witch. I owe my life to Priest Crest, our chaplain. He led me out of the battle and went back for the others. He had a medallion that protected him against fire. He led everyone out, including the Aedirnians. But the flames got him in the end.
What happened before the battle?
We forded the Pontar on the 3rd day after the autumn equinox. The Aedirnians were waiting for us, formed up in a long line at the foot of those hills. I remember the banners of Vengerberg, Aldersburg, Gullet. Knights, armoured infantry, peasants, the Bergen Dwarf Regiment. All save the king. They numbered more than 5,000. General Vandegrift, commander of the Kedwennies, had less than 4,000, including the elite Bearheads, armoured troops from Ardcarraig, and the famous White Foxes of the North. And ourselves, the Dun Banner, veterans of Brenner, hated by the Aedirnians more than the plague. But above all, we had Vandegrift the Visitor. Maybe he was a bastard, but he knew war like nobody else.
Almonds are incredibly expensive. I do agree with you, Luna. I love them to death, but they're expensive. Apparently they're partly expensive because of how difficult they are to farm and to harvest. But I believe they take a shit ton of water. Yeah, no, I agree with Josie. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, they're not cheap. They're not expensive. They're on the higher end of what I'd want to spend for nuts. But me personally, I don't like them salted or anything. I like them dry roasted. And I love them sliced and put into to like arugula salads. They're so good. I haven't done that in years.
Do I have this right? You served in the Dun Banner?
Did indeed. Henselt's never commanded a fiercer group of warriors, and he never will. If not for us, there'd have been no victory for the North at Brenner. We carried the day.
I didn't see the Dun Banner in the camp.
And you won't. The unit's no more. Ensign Eckhart Hennessy carried the standard into battle for the last time 3 years ago.
Glevisic's magic?
Worse, the Edirnian troops, the bastards. The Dun Banner, the pride of Kedwen, lost its standard and almost all its men. The Visitor refused to send us reinforcements when we were cut off. The Dun must prevail. It's been in worse shite than this. The Dun will be all right. 7 Edirnians to each one of us. We had no fucking hope. 200 men went into battle and less than 70 came back. But that's not all. Only a few survived to this day. Boys couldn't handle it. Suicide, firewater, fist tech. A few became highwaymen. They ended up on the gallows or in ditches. Memories can also kill you, and soldiers don't always deal with them well.
I have to find that standard.
I heard it lies in the catacombs neath Bergen, alongside my mates. Hey, if you're thinking of going there, I ought to give you my beaver skin cap. That's its rightful place.
What? Oh, no, you should not have taken that off, sir.
Did you see the duel between Saltkirk and Vandergrift?
From a distance. At the time, I was on that hill, and they were somewhere over there. The field used to be as flat as a table. It was their second duel. Earlier, in peacetime, they'd met at a tournament in Ard Carade. Selkirk won then. Vandergrift's sword cracked, and the Visitor had to yield. After the tournament, he had a new sword forged by Kedwen's best mages and swordsmiths. That's how Loathan came to be.
I think that means hatred in the Elder language. Pretty pretentious.
They say a sorcerer cast a spell on the sword and told Vandergrift the blade wouldn't crack as long as he remained invincible. The mage got 50 lashes and was the last to mention any such nonsense.
Who has Vandergrift's sword now?
When the Sea of Flames died out, the looters ran amok. They found Selkirk's chainmail, which survived somehow. Maybe it was magical too. Vandergrift's sword went missing. The boys in the camp claim the female dragon slayer has it, but I wouldn't even try talking to her.
Who's got Selkirk's chainmail?
A certain Vincent Trott. Low nobility, in the army since forever, a greedy bastard.
Where can I find him?
That's a problem. Deathmold wanted him arrested after they found a square coin on him. Some of the officers and noblemen want to get rid of the Black Ones. They don't like how they lord it around the camp, even though the king talks to them. Those coins are their sign, the stupid bunch of plotters. Anyway, Vincent's a swashbuckler. He thrashed Deathmold's people and disappeared. Those with the coins won't say a word because they're scared of Deathmold.
Okay.
You mentioned the priest.
A really good man. He was with us the whole time, during the march, in the barracks, and in battle. Among common soldiers. Freya gave him a medallion to protect him from fire. I don't know how true that is, but he led me and many others to safety.
Who has this medallion?
King Henselt. I saw it once. I don't know how he got hold of it, but he definitely had it.
I wonder if I can get it from the king.
Thanks, Civic.
Let's play dice poker.
There's a soldier by the inn selling scraps from Sabrina's execution site.
I know. The damned quartermaster. This business of his muddles the minds of the soldiers. Suddenly, everyone believes a splinter in your pocket will protect you in battle. Half-wits.
After what happened here 3 years ago, it's no surprise they're terrified.
I'll tell you one thing, Witcher. In combat, I can count on my shield, my armor, and my comrades, if they still live. Many of those boys will die in Bergen, even with their pockets stuffed with mystical splinters that cost a silver piece each. I want them to be afraid. When steel hits steel, I want them to be alert, damn it. If they're dumb and put their trust in rusty nails and ashes, they won't have a hope in hell.
Did you see Sabrina's execution?
Oh my god, there's
Wish
so much
I
to talk
could
to him
have,
about.
But only the 5th Company was sent there. She deserved it. What she did to the boys. Believe me, I've seen a lot of monstrosities in my life. My brother died during a coup in Rhine when a mage boiled the blood in his veins. Also, I once saw a soldier raping a dead elf woman. But 3 years ago, people melted like lead. Something you can't forget, Witcher.
I heard there's a man living outside the camp known as the Visionary. Ever met him?
The soldiers talk about him, but I've never seen him. If I ever do, he'll regret that he fooled my people with all those superstitions.
So long.
Oh god, why did I just do that? Wait for an opportunity to cross the mist. Yeah, it just updated a whole bunch of stuff by talking to him. Holy crap.
Was the closest to her right hand.
I like how there's a guy right there.
You'd believe him if he told you it was Sabrina's shin bone.
Relics, artifacts, trinkets and talismans. Hallowed and highly valuable.
Do you remember the sorceress Sabrina?
Same as all the others. Looked like a young nympho with an old hag inside. You want to talk about her? See that freak who burns candles?
Oh my god.
I found footprints at Sabrina's execution site. Do you know anything about that?
Why would I? You found them, not me.
Yet your boots are black from ash.
Shh. All right. What do you want to know?
Do you remember the sorceress Sabrina?
Same as all the others. Looked like a young nympho with an old
Oh my
hag.
god.
Did you?
Sure I did. I was in the 5th Company. I remember the commotion when that idiot Yahon killed her with a spear. If only I had that spear now.
I know you have the spear Yahan used to pierce Sabrina's heart.
I told you about that, and I thought the old freak was trying to forget the sins of his past.
You have a tablet now? Woo! Congratulations. What does that mean? You don't have to watch this on a tiny little phone anymore?
You know Yahan well?
He despises me now, but things used to be different. We were called up at the same time. We fought under Hensel together. But I managed somehow while he hated it. Why did they send him to that ferocious battle? He was the worst dumbass in the entire army, but he outlived the best soldiers. Covered in shit, piss, snot and tears, and still he survived. He cracked when they burned Sabrina. A beautiful end to a fucking beautiful day. Then he went to the dogs. He pissed away all he had on drink. I was the fool who followed him and brought everything he pawned around the inns. That's how I got the spear.
I need that spear.
Tough luck, Witcher. I last saw it a few years back.
What happened to it?
Look how similar we are. You want
Outside,
knowledge,
really?
I want coin. And we both need help to get what we want.
How much?
What are your customary take-ins on a contract?
They're
I'll gladly
construction.
accept but one half of that.
What?
They do signs.
That's not a sign type thing. That's a literal tractor thing.
Tell me about her.
After all, business is going well. You see, when Yahan lost his head for Sabrina, I bought the spear from the innkeeper. The donkey's ass pawned it in the inn. He drank like a fish. By then, Yahan had already hidden in the hills, where no one dares to venture. Some call him the Visionary, but in my book, he's just a nutter. Beats me why the beasts don't attack him. A fisherman who supplies the canteen said that some monsters hate the smell of fish oil. Yahan makes candles out of it.
What did you do with the spear?
Sorry to say I lost it in a dice game. Shame, because today it'd fetch a good price. I lost the spear to a soldier who later fought the squirrels in the forests of the Pontar Valley. He told me he'd used it to kill some Scoia'tael big shot. I heard the shaft cracked as if there'd been some fucking jousting tournament. The most interesting thing is that big shot is still alive. I heard he's now with that vixen from Edern. Some frigging commander. Elves are weird creatures. Who knows, maybe he still has that spearhead.
Yorvith.
You know him?
I'll tell you for 100 orens.
Bah!
Oh, goody. So the spear is worthless to us, I think. Unless we can somehow get to Yorveth and actually talk about him. What is his accent? Yeah. I don't know. I don't think he really has an accent. It's probably American-ish.
I'm interested in objects that belong to the soldiers who perished in the battle 3 years ago. Not any old things. They have to be magically active. I know how to check.
That's not my speciality, Witcher. I deal in relics.
Got anything interesting there?
Ash from the stake where Sabrina burned. Nails that fastened the wheel of death. Splinters from the wheel. I've also got some metal parts and some of the martyr's garments. Whatever your heart desires.
Hello, Wolfie. This is just crafting ingredients. He doesn't actually sell anything. Oh, that's the organization. Organize it based on weight. Why didn't I do that earlier?
The relic will protect me.
Okay. It's almost like Guy is conning people with those trinkets. It is. I might have to end sooner rather than later. My throat. It's my throat. And the more I'm talking, the worse it's getting. It's actually starting to hurt. Freaking nasal drip. I'm so sick of this.
Where are you?
Like, allergies kicking my ass and making me feel sick is like one of the worst things ever.
The whole camp's gone berserk looking for the coin. With their arses in the
talk
air,
to Death Mold.
scavenging around the tents like idiots.
She is an homunculus, conceived by the sorceresses. Philippa.
We need to talk.
What? No, hello. Good morning. Pucker up and kiss my ass. Nothing.
Hello.
Good morning, White Wolf. Will you take some tea? It's a fortifying beverage.
Some other time, maybe. I've got to get through the mist, or I can't lift the curse.
I shall supply the white flag when you set out as our emissary. The lass is reputedly honorable. She'll welcome you, invite you to a feast, and with a bit of luck you may even plow her.
You're sick, Death Mold.
They say she's very pretty. Peasant girls not to your liking?
Not your concern.
In case the elves lack an understanding of diplomatic symbolism, please also take this armor. With His Majesty's blessing, I might add.
A king's concern can be boundless when his life depends on that of another.
I spent some time working on this recently. This little marvel will guide you through the fog and provide a measure of protection from the specters.
Thanks. I need magic powder to mark out the runes.
Are you aware that the formula requires powdered camphor resin?
I am.
Then you must also know that the resin is extremely valuable.
Get Henselt to pay you. I need the powder to do the exorcism, reverse the prophecy, and release him from the curse.
You should have said, I'll give you as much as you need.
Thanks, on the king's behalf.
I've one more thing you might find useful.
What's that?
You asked me for protective runes. I've done better. Take this grimoire, which details many. I believe there's even one for syphilis. I've marked my recommendations.
Thanks.
Oh my God.
See you.
Oh God, what was that?
Seaman and brimstone in the bed.
Character leveled up. Let's do more sign damage. That's fine. Oh, we have another talent point. Vigor +1, why not?
As such, she is an unnatural being, the enemy of men and gods.
We have so much vigor. Oh my god, look at all that. I've noticed that the symbol changes so that there's a number of points equal to the number of vigor that I have. Because if I use 1, it's going to turn into a 5-point star, and right now it's a 6-point star. Watch. 5-point star. Dear Lord. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm glad I started early for this, but I really wanted to go until like 4:30, but unfortunately with the way my throat is going, I'm gonna have to end for at least for now. And Isaac's gonna be streaming tonight. I don't know if he'll start earlier or not. It's gonna be up to him. He'll let you know through Discord. I apologize. I definitely wanted a full day, but I need to make sure my throat is actually getting better. Allergies are definitely lessening. It started on Saturday, and it's just now like I can feel it better compared to yesterday, but it has that sore, like, you know, that twinge of pain as you're talking, and it's getting worse the more I'm talking. So rather than aggravate it, let's let it get better. And unfortunately, we're gonna end up sending you off. I don't know who to send you guys to, honestly.
Just send them to Biff.
Go to see Biff McSkylark, guys. Tell him we say hi, have a wonderful time, and goodbye.